Now you are promoted to ninth class. In ninth class social studies, you are going to have 24 lessons, totally 24 lessons. Up to 8th class, you have written only one paper in social studies. But from ninth class, you are going to have two papers. Paper 1 and paper 2. See, the lessons are from 1 to 11 comes under paper 1, and the lessons from 12 to 24 comes under second paper. The first lesson in our 9th class social textbook is about our earth. Now we are going to start that lesson, and we are going to discuss about some aspects of earth. First lesson, lesson 1, our earth. Children, you studied about earth in our earlier classes. You studied about the shape of the earth, rotation of the earth, axis of the earth, and revolution of the earth around the sun in 6th class. You studied about earth and the impact of the inclination of axis of earth, rotation of the earth, and revolution of the earth around the sun in 8th class. Because of this, what is happening on the earth? The formation of occurrence of day and night due to rotation of the earth, and because of revolution of earth in inclined axis around the sun, leading to the occurrence of seasons you studied about. Let us now discuss some more aspects about earth now. Human beings are living along with millions of plants, animals, and microorganisms on the earth. In fact, human beings arrived on the earth for about 2 lakh years ago. Human beings are changing their lives and changing the earth suitable to their needs. They found earth as a resource of many minerals, many substances, and which they have started extracting. They extracted these resources recklessly without taking care of future, leading to the destruction of many resources like forests, water, soils. The result of destruction of these resources led to what you call the ecological crisis, and then leading to a new kind of climate around the earth called global warming. Now we are going to discuss about evolution of the earth, how earth came into existence. Human beings are very keen to know about surroundings. They were also keen to know about the bodies which are present in the sky, and they observed the twinkling of stars. They observed sun, they observed moon, they observed other planets which are moving, and they thought that human beings thought that earth is stationary and all other celestial bodies are revolving around the earth. For about 500 years back, scientists environmentalists came to know that Earth is not stationary. In fact, Earth is part of a system called solar system. Solar system. And along with the Earth, there are 7 more planets which are revolving around the Sun. And other planets which are revolving around the Sun, so are part of the what you call a system, star system, that is known as galaxy. And there are millions of galaxies in universe. In fact, universe came into existence. Universe came into existence for about 13.7 billion years ago. Billion years ago, with the Big Bang. That means there was a great explosion through which universe came into existence. In fact, this universe which formed, may again go in and vanish. That means this may disappear. Earth as a planetary body. As we already discussed that, Earth is revolving around the Sun along with the other planets. It is revolving, Earth is revolving in a fixed path. Suppose this is Sun and Earth is revolving around this in this way. The path in which Earth is revolving around the Sun is known as orbit. What is the shape of the orbit? It is not a perfect circle. It is also not oval in shape. In fact, the shape of the orbit is scaled circle. This is the shape. That means Sun will be in the center, but at certain times Sun will be closer to the Earth. At certain other times Sun will be far away from the orbit. The shortest distance between Sun and Earth is about 147 million kilometers. And the farthest distance between the Earth and the Sun is 152 million kilometers. Earth is revolving around the Sun with a speed. What is the speed of Earth? Earth is revolving, it is moving with a speed of the Earth. 107,200 kilometers per hour. With this speed, Earth is revolving, moving around the Earth. Earth takes about 365 days to complete one revolution. (365) and 1/4 days to complete one revolution. This we call as a year. For every 4 years, this 1/4 days are added together, and in that year, the we'll be having 366 days, which we call as a leap year. In that year, we'll be having 29 days in February. Now we are going to discuss about evolution of Earth, how Earth came into existence. In fact, Earth came into existence from about 4 billion years ago. Earth was not in the present shape or form about 4 billion years ago. It was like a fireball. It was revolving. That means whirling. All the dust, gases, and all the materials are in a molten state. It was very, very hot, and it was bombarded with huge rocks, and these huge rocks combined with the earth, and the size of the earth grew. That means it has become more. Then for about 200 million years, ago, the earth started cooling down. Whenever we heat a soup, the lighter substances will go to the surface and the heavier substances go to the bottom. In the same way, since the earth was very hot and all the materials are in molten state, lighter particles came to the surface and heavier particles went inside. The top of the earth, the outer part of the earth started cooling down at the beginning, and it has become hard. Then the internal material substances started cooling down. Because of that, what happened? There were cracks, wrinkling, and because the result of that wrinkling of surface of the earth is the formation of mountains and basins. These basins are got filled with water from rainfall. In this way, see, earth surface came into existence. Let us now discuss about the internal structure of earth. Now we are going to discuss about the internal structure of the earth. What is present inside the earth? So scientists, after conducting many investigations and observations, they came to know that the earth inside is having 3 layers. The important 3 layers of earth inside are crust. Second one is called mantle, and third one is known as core. This core again divided into outer core and inner core. Now let us discuss about the 3 layers of the earth. Crust is the topmost layer of the earth on which we are living. Its width is from 30 kilometers to 100 kilometers. That means at some places the width of crust is about 100 kilometers. And it consists of rocks, stones and other materials. Now let us discuss about the second layer, mantle. In fact, mantle is not that much hard. It is still, in somewhat liquid state, molten state. In fact, the top of the mantle is very soft, pliable, movable, soft. The thickness of mantle is from 100 kilometers to 2,900 kilometers. And let us discuss about the innermost layer of our earth, which is divided into outer core and inner core. Outer core's thickness is from 2,900 kilometers to 5,100 kilometers. It mainly consists of minerals like iron and nickel. And innermost layer, that is inner core, thickness is from 5,100 kilometers to 6,706 kilometers. Mainly consists of heavy metals, including gold. Now, let us discuss about some more aspects basing on the internal structure of Earth. We can say Earth is still active. How? See, the matter from mantle comes out through volcanoes and fissures. You know about volcanoes, and the fissures, they are nothing but cracks on the surface of the earth, especially under the water, and they are connected to mantle. Matter from mantle. Now discuss about some interesting facts about the internal structure of the earth. So mantle, which consists of silicates, is still hot, and the material from mantle is coming out onto the surface of the earth through volcanoes and fissures. Fissures are nothing but pipe-like cracks which are joined to mantle. This matter which comes onto the surface of the earth and spreads over the old crust, forming the new. Whenever there is a earthquake or landslides, matter, that means the old crust from the surface of the earth goes down and joins with the mantle. That means inside the earth is still active. The phenomena, that is matter from mantle coming to surface and the old crust again going and joining the mantle, shows that earth is still active stuff.